Okay, what's up, guys? Now, even though I'm titling this video Cancel Trisha Paytas, I'm not asking for her to be canceled. I'm not asking for her to trend on Twitter and everybody just hates on her for the whole day. I'm overall doing this to, I guess, pass off my blessings and pass off any advice that I could possibly give this woman, because I truly want the best for her and just for people in general. Like, when I see them struggling, it's messed up, man. You know, it's like we've all been in a struggling situation, so that's why I'm like, with hers, I can't say that I can relate to her, but, you know, I've been in times, like, I've been in situations where at times I was struggling and stuff, so you know, I just hoped and wished for the best, and I feel like now, like, in life, I do feel like a better person. But Trisha Paytas, on the other hand, like, you've been going at this for I don't know how long. Like, just, I'm not trying to sound rude when I, you know, as I'm recording this video, but she comes off as acting like a child. So that's why I'm like, when I watch her videos, I'm like, bruh, you a 30-something-year-old woman, like, you should not be carrying on like this. I'm sorry, but I'm like, it gets to a point in time where you have to realize, dang, there's people younger than me acting more mature than me. Like, I should be the one setting an example. I feel like saying stuff like that is kind of old-fashioned, but still, though, like, you should be, like, setting a better example. Like, you have a big audience. You have a lot of people, most likely some of them are children, following you. And when the children sees how you're acting, like, they're gonna grow up thinking, oh yeah, I can act like that because I'm gonna be making all this money and just be living life and things. So I personally, if I had a kid, I wouldn't want my child to be acting like that. I'm like, nah, you're gonna have to stop that. I'm like, I don't know if this has been something that's been happening ever since she was a child, but I'm gonna pretty much be just discussing everything that we've seen so far on YouTube. Okay, so first situation, Ray Rahimi, she gets scammed by Trisha Paytas. So, to explain that for those that don't know of it, I'm pretty sure if you guys do follow, like, anything, like, about Trisha Paytas, then you guys might know of this situation. But December of last year, Ray blew up off of this video where she said that she paid $500 for Trisha Paytas' Patreon account. And the main thing of that, like, because I guess there's, like, different, like, bundles or deals or whatever it is of Trisha Paytas' Patreon, where you can get, I guess, like, just, so, like, they have, like, a cheap one where you just get, like, some things, but the $500 one was, like, the high-end one. That was, like, the one that you wanted because it came with, like, a shout-out and all this other things. But the main thing, I guess, about that $500, like, package deal thing was that it was the shout out. And so Ray, honestly, I guess just wanted to see if Trisha Paytas would shout her out, because I guess to, you know, go a little bit further back, Ray had uploaded these videos on her main channel, Hot Tea, like 5 minutes of Trisha Paytas being cringy and things. So Trisha Paytas had to see those videos because they were viral videos. They were like videos that had a lot of views. So it's like, of course you're gonna have to see that video. So anyways, fast forward, Ray comes out in this video, says that she paid for it, but she didn't get her shout out. So my thing is, it's like $500, and then on top of that, the shout out. So you were thinking that, like, oh, Trisha Paytas is like making like a video or something shout. No, this is a 24-hour Instagram shout out. So for those that don't know how Instagram works, Instagram got like this like feature on there where you can post like videos or photos that only last like 24 hours. So if you use Snapchat, it's kind of something like that a little bit, or just whatever. But anyways, YouTube does it. YouTube has like a 24-hour thing. So like that like story feature that YouTube has, Instagram has that, and that was going to be the shout out. And I'm like, nah, you better call up like Ron Howard, James Cameron. You better come out with some high production YouTube video for $500. I'm like, nah. I'm like, that's crazy. If Ray would have paid me $500 to shout her out, do you understand? I will make a Sundance film if she had paid me I would never accept it. I just felt like I still would go out above and beyond and make her a dope shout out video. But I'm like, no, I don't need $500 for you to, like, I'm like, Trisha, you're making all of this money from YouTube. Why do you need $500 for a Patreon thing? Like, honestly, it's like, that's, your bills can't be that bad. I'm like, if that's the case, then you need to live in a smaller house or something. Like, I just don't understand, like, how you can be at where you're at in life, but you will come out with things like that. I'm like, that's crazy. So anyways, she doesn't go through with the shout out. So Ray uploads these videos. The videos go viral. Literally everybody was talking about it. I think Keemstar talked about it. I, of course, talked about it. And that's ended up like how me and Ray, we ended up becoming friends, was because of that whole situation. Because I'm like, nah, that's crazy. That's messed up. I was like, I'm like, no, you, from here on out, you have my support. I'm like, yeah, that's messed up that somebody would do that to you and things. Because Ray just comes off as a nice person. So that's why I'm like, why would anybody do her like that? That's messed up, man. I'm like, that is beyond messed up. So anyways, so it gets even crazier. So I was like, that you thought it was done, but wait, there is more. There is more than that. So the video goes viral. Trisha Paytas had to know of Ray at this point. So the video goes viral. Trisha tried taking the videos down. She did take some videos down. It almost had Ray's channel like on the edge of getting terminated. So I'm like, you got that mad? Because no, the money ended up getting refunded. Trisha Paytas' sister ended up sending her the money and things. So I'm like, you got mad because you had to give her $500 back. And so you, in retaliation, that wasn't even deserving, you go and try to take the girl's channel down? Oh, nah, you scandalous. You scamming, scandalous person. I'm like, I just don't know. I'm like, I don't understand that type of behavior. I seriously don't. So, yeah, at that point, I was all like, nah, from here on out, I was like, I always will support Ray. I will always make sure she's, you know, I'm just showing, like, as much support as I possibly can. And just, like, you know, letting her know, like, that's how that happened. I'm like, you would never ever have to worry about me doing some stuff like that to you. I'm like, Ray, I'm like, that's just messed up. It was seriously a messed up situation. So from there, I had already kind of had like ill feelings about Trisha Paytas, but from there I did, like, any respect that I did have for her, I had lost at that point, because I'm like, this girl literally, I've seen so many videos where people be like, 5 minutes of this person acting cringy, or 5 minutes of this person doing this, or 5 minutes or 10 minutes of this person doing this. You put that content out there. Ray Rahimi, aka Hot T, she just put all that stuff together. So you literally can't be mad at her for the content that you provided. Honestly though, because it's like, you gotta understand, you displayed that character in those videos. So if Ray puts it together and makes a video out of it, that is your fault for acting like that. You shouldn't be acting like no child on the internet and then be getting mad at people because they put it together in a compilation. That is your fault, my friend. Like, no, you can't get mad at anybody for over that stuff. If you don't want that type of stuff to be, like, out on YouTube in its existence, then don't be that person online. It's as easy and simple as that. Like, act like a 32-year-old woman, which you are. Like, I just don't understand. I'm like, seeing her, I'm like, it makes no sense. So I'm like, you can't get mad at somebody for some stuff like that.
Hey, what's up? This is Trisha. I'm super fun, super bubbly, have many talents, but one hidden talent. I'm a rapper. Alright, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with my brand new invention. Something grab a hold of me tightly, fold like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn out the lights and I'll glow to the extreme. I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up the stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance, immersion speaker that booms, killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly when I play a dope melody. Anything less than the best is a felony. Love it or hate it, you better gain weight. You better hit balls like a kid don't play. If there was a problem, yo, I'd solve it. Check out the hook when my DJ revolves it. Hope you loved it.
That was her first video. You had 24 hours. Okay? You had a camera. You had just probably millions of ideas. You had so many things that you could have done. That was your first video. I have obviously seen that nothing has changed from you. Like, that's, wow. Alright. Huh. That is something. Okay, so, you know, hey, let's I guess let's check out another video.
Okay. So we just got back from a comedy show, a stand-up comedy show, and I love those. So I'm like, you know what? I could be a stand-up comedian. Like, maybe I'm not the best rapper, but stand-up comedian is my thing. Okay, here's my joke. Okay, so big-time producer or director Steven Spielberg is doing this next action flick, and it's all classic composers. He has Bruce Willis, Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger ready to start it. He's like, hey, Bruce. He's like, who do you want to be? Bruce was like, oh, Mozart. I love him. I'll be Mozart. Great, you're Mozart. How about you, Slide? He goes, I like Chopin. Okay, great, you can be him. Arnold Schwarzenegger. What about you, babe? He's like, I'll be Bach. Fake. It's like Bach.
Oh, yeah, I didn't need to see those videos, so we're gonna move on to something else. Let's talk about her adventure with Vlog Squad. So, yeah, if you guys didn't know, Trisha Paytas, she was a part of Vlog Squad for a little bit. She was actually dating one of the members of Vlog Squad, Jason Nash. And, it did come off as like a relationship. It was like, okay, these guys is funny. They can add like some, comedy and stuff to the Vlog Squad. And, I mean, it was already comedy too, but they could just add more comedy to it and things. That's how I should have said and stuff. But anyways, so it seemed like it was okay and things, but then they broke up. And at that point, it was just downhill from there. So Trisha Paytas is coming out in all these different videos, talking about how she's gonna, and then that was like one thing that she did say that just made it seem like I don't know what dirt she has on those guys. Maybe I should have went and watched a video of hers or something. But she claimed, I remember while she was dating Jason Nash and she was a part of Vlog Squad, I remember they was all like, oh yeah, like don't break up with her because she has so much dirt on us and things. And it came off as a joke, but then after the breakup, then she was just making all these like exposing videos on them, trying to expose David Dobrik, trying to expose other Vlog Squad members. And I'm like, look, like the breakup was between you and Jason Nash, so I can understand if it was between them two, like she was making videos about him, but you started including other people where I had to draw the line because I was all like, no, there would be no Natalie disrespect whatsoever. I guess there's just like a part of me that because I remember when Natalie had got introduced into Vlog Squad, I'll admit, I did have a crush on her. I was just like, yo, who is this? I'm like, but then I started thinking, I'm like, dang, she might be dating David, but now she's dating Todd, and I'm just like, man, that's messed up, man. I was like, how come I'm about to seriously just become like a millionaire by like 15 Teslas and 15 Lamborghinis, just do exactly what David did. And I'm like, look, Natalie, like, call me, please. But nah, so anyways, but yeah, she was like going after Natalie. I'm like, Natalie doesn't even have a YouTube channel, so how are you attacking somebody that's not a YouTuber? She is literally just hanging out with friends and having fun. Like, yeah, I guess she is involved like on social media and things, but still, I'm like, she's not like David Doe. Well, I mean, yeah, she's not a YouTuber. So that's what I'm like, I just didn't even understand that and things. And then when she was going after everybody else, I was like, what is happening? So currently right now, as I'm recording this video, I don't know when I'll get this video out and things, but currently right now she's beefing with Gabby Hanna. Some of you guys might know her as the Gabby Show. But anyway, so how that all started, so when Trisha Paytas and Jason Nash, when they very first started dating, I guess Gabby had heard something that Trisha had an STD. And so her warning, and my thing is like, what would y'all do in a situation like that where it's like you just heard that a person has an STD, and what if this like STD is non-curable? So I definitely would alert my friends to be like, hey, I heard it from other people, I'm not just coming out and trying to say this, I'm just letting you know. But that girl that you dating, she might possibly have an STD. So I would definitely recommend like going to a hospital or going to a clinic somewhere, I don't know where, and getting her tested and things, so you know y'all can have like a normal regular life. But I'm saying, I'm like, you know, I'm just looking out for your safety. I ain't trying to start nothing. I ain't trying to, and I would imagine that Gabby did say something along those lines, but Trisha didn't see it that way and was just like, oh, she's out here trying to start rumors. And so I guess that's like the ongoing beef between them. She did upload a video talking about like Gabby needs to leave her alone and things. I'm like, literally, people are asking her about the beef between you. It's like she can't help it. I just don't understand why when a person, it's like you're enabling the beef when you talk about this person left and right, but when they come out and talk about it, then it's a problem. I'm like, I just don't understand that. So I'm like, if the girl is like being asked about it, like, yeah, she, you know, addresses it one time, talks about it and things. I mean, that's what she did on Keemstar's, like, cause I guess, yeah, Keemstar interviewed Gabby, and then that's why Trisha did this whole video and things. But yeah, it's just like, I just don't understand. I'm like, you know, the girl is just like, I mean, I would imagine she would have did the same thing if it was roles reversed and Jason Nash was dating Gabby Hanna, and then there's people talking about, oh, Gabby got STD and things. And I would imagine that you would say and do the same thing. I would imagine any friend would. I would want my friends to do that for me, because I know I would do that for them. So that's why I'm like, yeah, y'all gotta, you know, like, just be more, you know, I guess like open for it, like stuff, not so much as open, but it's like you can't let stuff like that get to you. You know you ain't got no STD, so you shouldn't have been getting mad in the first place. But I just think that that's just like that child personality, you know, like when a kid hears something about them, then they're all like, oh, what? They say I got a big head, what are they talking about? So I gotta go over into this kid across the, you know, playground and things and approach them and stuff and just act like a child and things. But I'm like, yeah, it's like they, you know, can't help it if it's like, if that's what they heard, that's what they heard. It's like, you know, clear it up, let them know, and then move on. But it's like, you getting mad over, like, what? I mean, seriously. It's like, if she would have come out in the video and say, oh, yeah, Trisha Paytas got STD, that would be crossing the line. But she went behind doors and told Jason, this stuff did not reach the internet. It didn't even have to reach the internet, but it did. And she was just overall just warning a friend. So like I said, I would imagine you would have did the same for anybody else or any of your friends. So I don't know. That's just, I thought that that's what friends should do. Alright, so COVID hits. Freaking quarantine happens. YouTubers become the best versions of themselves. But Trisha, on the other hand, I don't know. She just still same old, same old. She was actually like mad at the fact. I remember that was like one of the first things I heard about her when COVID had hit and quarantine took in place, was that she was mad that she couldn't go to her like favorite restaurants and things and eat. And I'm like, there is a pandemic happening. There's a freaking virus going around killing people. I don't know if you ain't got like illnesses or not, but if you do, you should be indoors. You should be at the house chilling. I have been at the house relaxing, being the best version of me. I'm saying I have gotten, honestly, if I went all the way back to March and counted up all of the music, all of the videos, all of the just content that I provided, like podcast episodes, if I were to count up everything, like, you know, like social media, like everything that I posted, if I were to count it all up, I'm saying that has been the best of me for like since 5 years ago. I'm saying I have not seen this side of me in a long time. So I'm saying I've been chilling doing the YouTube stuff. Her, on the other hand, it's like, and there's a lot of YouTubers that was thinking along those lines. Like I know Pretty Boy Fredo, he ended up getting the virus, and so he he had to he took it more serious and things. But a lot of people were. Then there's YouTubers that was all like, oh, I'm already indoors most of the time, so I ain't got a trip. But Trisha, on the other hand, I was just like, what is happening? But she was still doing her thing and stuff with her videos. I mean, same old, same old. But it was this Will Smith situation that just happened recently. That's why I even decided to even do this video, because I'm like, you're out here disrespecting the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air for what reason? So she comes out and so she's defending Shane Dawson and his soul situation. Because, so to explain that to you guys, so Shane Dawson, he comes out in this video pretending to have a sexual relationship with himself while looking at a photo of Willow Smith, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith's daughter. So he does that, everybody goes off on him about it. And then Trisha Paytas comes out in her video talking about, oh, Jada, you shouldn't be worried about that. You should be worried about Willow laying in the bed with a 20-something-year-old man and your husband out here sleeping around with my dancers. What dancers? I'm like, I didn't even know Trisha Paytas can dance. So I'm like, what are you talking about? But I don't know. Maybe that's just, you know, I gotta watch like a dancing video of hers and things. But anyways, but my thing is like, is that any of your business? Yes or no? That is none of your business. You shouldn't even have came out and talked. So she comes out and says that. It ends up going viral a little bit. Keemstar ends up talking about it. So Keemstar, he literally has like every YouTuber's number. I'm saying there's going to probably be a day where I get caught up in some stuff. This man's going to text me and I'm like, how do you have... You know what? Never mind. So this is what happens. But anyways, but no, so he texted her and he asked her like, yo, so what happened? Like, is this like, you know, is this true? She says that she doesn't know. She doesn't know if it's true or not. So I'm like, why would you come out and even say some stuff like that if you know that it's not true? So she ends up coming out in the video and apologizing and things for what she said. And I'm like, there was no reason for you to even talk about it. So that's what I'm like, how are you... I don't know. I'm like, quarantine Trisha. I'm like, that's a different breed right there. Seriously, it did, like, I feel like quarantine, it did make some people go crazy. I feel like with Trisha, it made her even, like, it made her worse. I'm like, I don't understand. So here's my advice to Trisha. Seek out friends. You know, usually I would say some stuff like seek out help, but seek out friends that are willing to help. You know, seek out some people that's willing to just sit down, talk to you, give you advice, help you out. Like, if you need to sit down and talk with me, I will do that, because I would like for her to, you know, clear her name and, you know, just become a much more better and improved and just a different version of herself. I feel like she's been at the same level of life like since she started on YouTube. Like those videos I showed you, those videos came out like 13 years ago, and I'm like, there is literally nothing that has changed. So I'm like, my thing is that I want you to be the better version of yourself. I don't want you to go and leave this world and that's how everybody remembers you. Like, I want you to be better. I want you to be able to come out with videos and things, and it's not, people are not looking at it as like cringy content. You know, I want people to look at you and be like, dang, this girl's changed. Like, nah, she's different now. This ain't the same Trisha Paytas. Like, whatever, I think Trisha Paytas is her real name or something, but like, let's say her name is like, I don't know, freaking... what is the Astoria? Yeah, like, let's say her name is like freaking Alyssa Astoria. I don't know. I just went to Astoria, Oregon not too long ago. So I'm like, let's say her real name is like something else. But you know, like, yeah, overall, I just want you to be better. I want you to be a completely different person. I want you to be like the second Trisha Paytas, like the new and improved. Like, this is, you know, somebody where it's like she is acting her age. You're not acting like somebody that's like 13 years old and things. I'm saying there's 13-year-old that's on the YouTube platform that act older than you. There are teenagers, there are people that I know that is much younger than you that acts older than you. That's not, nah. You should always and forever set an example, because that's what I'm like. When I come onto this platform, I just, the only motivation I want to push off to my fans is letting them know, like, you have it in you to be the best person, like, best version of yourself. So that's what I'm like, look, and if I haven't, to all my fans, to all my supporters, to whoever is watching, if you feel like that you are in a point of your life where you're not like there, you're not focused, you feel like that you're at a bad point of your life, that's just for now. That's not going to be forever. You have each and every opportunity of life to change and to become a better person. So don't think for once, like, because I've been in a situation like that where I'm like, I feel like I'm in a situation like that right now, where I feel like that I'm not the better version of myself, but I'm working on it. I'm working day and night on it. Look at what I'm doing right now. I'm working on YouTube videos. I'm doing whatever I possibly can to get closer to being the better version of myself. So currently, right now, work in progress. But down the road in the future, I can look back and be like, dang, I was there. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm like, there's times I've looked back and I'm like, dang, I was there. And I feel like that's just improvement. And I feel like Trisha, that's what I personally feel like that she has not improved in anything in life. Nothing. She's been the same person each and every day. So I'm like, I don't know how she is off camera. I think she's probably most likely the same on and off camera. Because it's like, what? Freaking none of those guys from Blog Squad talk to her. Nobody else really talks to her. I mean, she just comes off as a child. And I'm like, people are probably all like, nah, it's like, yeah, act like a child on some things, but it's like, act like a child when you're having fun. Like, act like a child when you're like, at Disneyland or freaking doing some skydiving stuff, or, you just doing like some like children activities or something. Act like a child then. But like, when it's just for literally no reason, like, yeah, then that's when people are gonna be looking at you like you weird and stuff. So Trisha, I really do hope the best for you. Like I said, if you need somebody to talk to, freaking hit me up. My YouTube, my YouTube name, of course, is TMBYN, but you can hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, at TMBYN. Like, I will, if I see you DM me asking for help, we can stay up the whole freaking night talking. Just let me know where you're coming from in life, so I can possibly help you, or I can tell you a story on how to help you, or I can just tell you something to help you out. Because I don't want to see you go out like this. I don't. I really don't. It's like you're at like that point in time in your life where you're almost like middle age. You're getting close to it. And I just don't want to see you in a situation where it's like you 50, 60 years old and people looking at you all like, you was acting like this when you was a teenager. What? No, stop it. Like, yeah, because I'm saying, like, this is what she started YouTube when I did the math and all that. She started YouTube when she was like 18, 19 years old. So it's like, I see that and I'm like, bro, when I was on YouTube when I was like 18, 19 years old, I wasn't acting like this. What is going on here? I'm like, nah, I was like pretty much what you're seeing right now. Literally the only thing that changes about me when it comes to YouTube is my wardrobe. That's it. And half the time that don't even be changing. So anyways, I'm like, yeah, I just, but for the most part, I'm like, I've still been the same, because I haven't really had like no childlike personality and things when it comes to YouTube. I just upload videos and then just be having fun. Like, overall, I act, if I had to say I do act like a child, it's just the whole having fun process of like making videos and stuff. That's about it. So anyways, but yeah, I hope the best for you, Trisha. Thank y'all for watching. Is Trisha Paytas canceled? If she carries on this act of just acting like a child, then yeah, then she's canceled. But if she can improve and just become a better version of herself, then yeah, freaking Trisha Paytas for whatever. I don't know. I don't want to say president, because I'm like, yo, she's acting the way she is now and then becomes president. I'm like, we're going to die. So anyways, but yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Yeah, to the channel, to the video, whatever, however you're viewing this. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and peace.